Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Highmark Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap as it'll be the Cincinnati. Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Highmark Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Buffalo Bills. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. To throw right away is Howell. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man complete. A huge play there right off the bat. 46 yards. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now Howell. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Howell. And he's got the hook up to Moore. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Robinson ought to give right side. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Again, it'll be Robinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. Now they send a running back in motion right. Howell, 3rd and goal. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Johnson. Touchdown, Bills. Juwan Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give, it's Etienne off the option. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Look at this Buffalo defense. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. the option. Here's Etienne.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Off play action. T.
They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
Looking to throw. T. Flushed out right.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play there, getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick 6.
Yeah, he's trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, T.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
They're going to try and throw.
That is caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
straight ahead, Etienne.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. T.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Bills are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Now left side on the swing pass.
Still going inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr., 52 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A give, it's Etienne off the option.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
And they'll go again with Etienne. And he's got a Bengals 1st down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll try the left side with Etienne. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
At the 32-yard line.
A give to Etienne running right. 42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now you got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. That's out to the left flat and complete. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
Going for it. Here's Etienne.
This winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Howell from the gun.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
1st down, Howell to throw.
Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Howell now to throw it.
He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. Touchdown!
Sky Moore.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Bills have opened the lead up to 30.
And, oh, it's wide right. No good. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now a 2nd and 10. That one caught out wide by Boykin. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw on 3rd down. Teague eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big play there for Cincinnati. 48 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick-6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here. And that one, it backfired in a big way.
Taken at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
The 34-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
There he goes left side.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. He may go.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Travis Etienne. That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to claw one back.
Yeah, they would have been happy with a 1st down, but this is even better. Once he's past the marker, it's cream cheese from there. And he bumps it to the outside, and it's just going to run away from defenders on his way toward the pylon.
Extra point right down the middle. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Brian Robinson Jr.
halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Bills get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 110 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First down, Cincinnati.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Travis Etienne with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Point after, right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And the Bills are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't. Nothing else. Now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Powell throwing on first down here.
Man open is Robinson. Touchdown, Bills.
Brian Robinson Jr.
40 yards.
And the Bills extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. The
Bills offense staying out there as they'll line up and go for two.
Howell throwing for it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And I don't know that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point. They're being sloppy to
touchdown.
Brian Robinson Jr.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Bills add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. A partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They're going to drop him behind the line yet again, and things going from bad to worse. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And going deep downfield for Boykin.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Howell.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Howell changing the play here.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bills.
Brian Robinson Jr.
from 3 yards out.
And the Bills are pouring it on.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And some room to maneuver.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 176 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. On first down, right back to Etienne.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
30-yard line, 2nd and 12.
Hurry!
And they'll run it here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
And they'll go on the ground.
And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Bills will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.